I'm Chelsea, one of the experts at Escentual. I've been in the beauty industry now for over 16 years. I'm so lucky and glad to have discovered the Erborian concealer. I know what you might be thinking, another concealer, what is it going to do that's different? Well, this is actually made with 5% niacinamide and full coverage. It's non-cakey, so while it's giving you that extra confidence boost, it's actually working hard to target any blemishes or dark circles. If you're brand new to the Erborian Super BB concept, it is the it Korean BB cream for full coverage. How I would explain it is, if you were one of those people that thought BB creams just aren't for you, you don't get the coverage you want, they don't last long, then Super BB is that one you need to try. For 2024, Erborian have blessed us with a concealer version of their best-selling BB cream. And what is the point? You may think, how can I get more coverage than Super BB offers me enough? This is so good for directly on spots because of the 5% niacinamide in it, which helps to refine the skin over time and also get rid of dark circles. So where you lack in a coverage or you need that little bit extra, this will be your best friend. Full coverage sometimes or commonly is associated with sort of heavy makeup that's bad for your skin. So this completely obliterates that, and this is, for me, one of the best full coverage ranges I've found that's also kind to your skin. The skincare benefits inside this concealer is really what makes it unique, so I'm going to list them off and then we'll go into detail. We've got 2% white ginseng complex, 5% niacinamide, fermented ginseng flower, and also escentual. They'll help to smooth the skin, refine the skin, brighten, get rid of spots, and also sort of less the appearance of pores as well. So as an avid concealer shopper and lover, there are a few things I think are important that I tell you, what kind of finish it is, what the formula's like. So I'm going to swatch a little bit of my shade on my hand to show you and talk it through. I am wearing as well the Claire Super BB base and the Claire concealer on, so you can see the finish a little bit more. I have powdered just here as well, just to be transparent. So the Super BB concealer, this shade is Claire, and this is meant to cover sort of 3 to 4 shades of fair between. It's creamy, it's not heavy at all, it doesn't dry to a powder finish. On camera, this may look slightly like it's not my shade, but with the warmth of your fingers or the pressure of a brush, it really does blend in quite nicely. If you're wondering what shade you are, we're going to swatch them, but I want to just say, don't be put off by the fact there's only 5 shades, because these shades cover between 3 to 5 of shades within each one. There'll be more info in my blog post and tips on how to choose, so you can click the link there, but we'll swatch them and talk through now. First, I'm going to swatch Claire, which is my shade. This is the lightest, palest in the collection. So if you've got fair skin, this is going to be the one that you choose. Looking at it on my arm, I know it's like, oh, that isn't your shade. However, I'm wearing it and it blends really well. Then we're on to nude. You can see already that there's a definite difference in the undertone. Claire has more of a pink tone and nude has more of a yellow tone. Door is kind of a light to medium shade then. Better if you wear more tan. If you've got light to medium skin, I'd almost recommend nude for under the eyes because you don't want a darker shade under your eyes. The whole point is to brighten. Then we've got caramel, which is for medium to dark skin. It's got a nice olive undertone as well. So if you do have those beautiful olivey undertones in your skin, you can see this one will definitely be great for you. Then we've got chocolate, which when I swatch, you will see is quite a big jump. However, don't forget that these are designed to adapt in between each shade, and you can always mix a bit of caramel if you wanted to, or again, consider that the caramel might work really nicely under your eyes too. Again, it's all dependent on your shade. I've taken off half my makeup because I'm going to show you how to use the concealer. I'm also then going to show you how it looks when you combine it with the Super BB cream, which is what I'm wearing this side, as I feel that's where you'll get the most coverage. So let's conceal a spot together and my under eyes. Starting with my spot. So you'll see that this comes with an applicator, which is handy for sort of targeted approach. But if you're using this on spots, I'd be careful that this might sort of overgrow some bacteria. So you can use it directly, but use a brush or your finger where you can, again, making sure it's clean. So I've got quite a few, and I've got some redness. So the real draw of this is, while I'm concealing, it's got ingredients in that are going to actually help the spots as well, not to come back. So I like to just tap it in on my spots because it helps me to layer. And hopefully they've disappeared. Now watch me conceal my under eyes with this. So again, this is what I really love, because sometimes I feel like you need separate ones, one for under your eye and one for spots. But because of the colour adaptability, you can use it in both and get the brighter under eye and the concealed blemish. Again, just patting it in. You should really use your index finger as it's the lightest finger around that delicate area, but I'm using my middle finger for today. And you can see it's not drawing attention to my dark circles or my spots. It's giving me a sort of radiant skin-like finish, and that is simply how to conceal with it. I'm now going to show you what it's like when you use it with the base, because that is then the ultimate full coverage, which I recommend. So again, I do normally like to apply this with a brush to get the maximum coverage, so I can really press it into my skin. I don't like to use a massive brush when I'm applying a BB cream, because I just don't feel like you get that coverage that you want. But hopefully you can start to see that this is really covering everything. And it looks like I was almost born with perfect skin. I think we're good. And that didn't take long at all. And it's literally evened out all of my skin, and I've got good skincare ingredients in this where I'm layering. How I kind of picked this out of my collection, what made me draw to it more, was kind of my off-duty kind of need for a full coverage that didn't look like I'd made an effort. This is the perfect kind of range for that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It didn't dry out under my eyes considering it's got niacinamide in, and I'm just really happy with the finish, and hopefully you'll be too.